My sound. Yo, guys, it's the kid. Am I coming in well? Man? Hopefully, I'm coming in well, man. It's your boy HH trying to live, trying to stay alive, trying to exist. We are back here. Oh, that's why it's breaking up, man. What the heck? Okay. Well, we're back in here again. We're back in. Welcome to the whole thing. Just trying to work on a few mic settings. So look, we're gonna talk to
Yo.
We're gonna actually no. Before we actually do that, what the hell? What am I actually doing? Let us actually introduce our peeps, man. So
where's Devil go?
Devil, man.
Oh my god! Like this
going on Emery.
Wait, what's going on? I can't. Hope, are you there?
I'm here. Wait. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It just broke up. You're frozen. Oh,
Basically, look, we are coming back in again. We're going to talk Jose. This is going to be about Uncle. We're going to talk about Uncle, and I want to say some things about Man City. There are a few things I need to say about Man City because I can't give Man City that start win, but we're going to get there after. We're going to get after because City now. I'm sorry, I can't. If you're the defending champions, you have to do better. That is the cheapest win I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry. Horrible crap win, disgraceful win. So we're going to get there. So guys, we're going to talk about Jose's return. We're going to talk look over the weekend results as well. And the Twitter poll, head to my Twitter page. The Twitter poll is going to be about who is going to get sacked first. This is the Premier League sack title race, so you go with your boy Ole, your boy, my people. But before we really get in there, let's just introduce ourselves, man. So Nix, what up?
Yeah, I'm all right. Not too bad, I'm over the weekend already. Too much ups and downs, man. My heart can't take all that nonsense.
I'm surprised you still got that top on, bro.
What's going down, man?
I'm good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I tried to take a break from football this weekend. I saw what was going on in the Arsenal game, so then I'm not watching no football this weekend. So I've watched Match of the Day today. I've caught up with what's been happening. But I had a nice, relaxed weekend. Went to a spa, hit up a rave. Just, forget football.
Why the hell did you go to it? According to who? Why?
Huh? Bro, you're breaking up. Say that again.
Why did you go?
Why did I go to a spa?
Yes, because and why was I not invited?
Why am I going to take you to a spa, bro? We're close, but we ain't that close.
Okay. So basically, look, man. We have a interesting show today because I think this show is going to be about life. I think the theme of this week's Football Daggers is going to call life, and it's going to be called reality, life and reality. Because I need to say some things about Rashford, and I'm so happy that guy in the middle with that 1980s afro is there because there's something going to Rashford. And a few things that have to be said about Lacazette. Because I've been a huge defender of Lacazette for a very long time. Something's happened in Arsenal. And I need to talk about Lacazette. I need to talk about Allegri. We need to stop this narrative that Allegri is there to save everyone. Allegri to United. Allegri to Arsenal. Allegri
to Bayern.
Dude, manager. So look, man, let's just get straight into it right now. City versus Chelsea. Now, look. Let me just very briefly, very, 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 very briefly. Chelsea won that game. Like, psychologically, Chelsea won that game. From a psychological point of view, do you have a cough or something?
I was actually reading a Gatluck's comment. He had actually two, but we'll get to that. Go back to what you were saying.
Please. So let me just land. Chelsea schooled Man City in that game. Completely schooled them. Dominated the game, and it was actually quite embarrassing the way that Chelsea outplayed Man City in the game. But the issue, and I think I need to talk to Lampard about this, is that you have to put the ball in the net. You have to put that ball in the net. And if you don't put that ball in the net, there is no point in looking good because Chelsea destroyed. Like, if it's based on just footballing dominance, Chelsea destroyed. It was embarrassing. Chelsea destroyed Man City. Like, I'm shocked. I've never seen a team dominate City like that under Pep in his whole career. It was shocking. So based on how I think Chelsea have won the game. So, but my thing about it is that look, it's about scoring goals, it's about scoring G's, but I think City should be embarrassed with that one because if you're going up against young people, youth, and a rookie manager, Pep shouldn't have even given the press conference. That's an embarrassing win because let's just keep it real. A deflected goal, and Mahrez just walked. So basically, Pep didn't do anything in that game. Mahrez solo goal, and wait, let me land. Mahrez solo goal and a deflection. If Chelsea wanted to win that game, easily 5-0. Easy 5-0. Easy 5-0. The dominance was scary. I was shocked. I want to turn the game up because I thought it was going to be over. So my thing is, okay, guys, look, I'll give you the floor. Let me come first to Devil with this. Does this now put Chelsea out of the title race? And do you think this win maybe gets Man City to put a lot of pressure onto Liverpool, who we will get onto? So after that, we'll get down to the details of the game.
Firstly, I think where you've been trying to land, you're not actually on the runway. You're on the motorway, and you're causing carnage. Because what you're talking is absolute rubbish. As a Chelsea fan, complaining about deflected goals, where your manager
complicated Chelsea fan
made a living out of scoring deflected goals.
Can you repeat that?
Lampard scored more deflected goals than any player in Premiership history. He made a career out of it. He knew trigonometry. He knew all sorts of mathematics equations so that he could hit a ball, deflect it off a defender, ricochet off his striker, and go into the bottom corner and still get the goal registered to his name. He made a career out of it.
For a billion pound team. He wasn't playing for a billion pound team.
Don't close.
Pretty much.
Back in the day,
999 million.
Yeah, if you look at inflation, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I wouldn't talk too much about that. And at the end of the day, whether Chelsea dominated or not, Man City got the 3 points, and that's what's important. And we spoke about this. We spoke about this last week when we were saying our Chelsea title contenders. Said the problem is in the big games they're playing well, but they're not getting the points. They're losing. They played well against.
Your Uncle Mo was right. He told you, and Jody Morris laughed them off.
That's it. They played well against Man United. They lost. They played well against. Who else did they play well against? Liverpool. They lost that one. They played well against Man City. They lost. So they're not quite there yet. They're doing very well under.
So wait, Devil, let me just so for the record, you're putting Chelsea out of the title race. For the record, is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't think there is a title race. I think it's Liverpool's. It's wrapped. It's hosting Duck, M&S,
Christmas,
Mill deal. It's done. It's wrapped.
Santa
Do you know what I mean? It was done from the moment Laporte got injured. I said the title race is done. It's done. Like it couldn't get more done. Like stick a fork in it. It's finished. Finished.
Nix. Is this all over for Chelsea in the title race? And does this give Man City a shred of hope? And don't get smart. Don't get clever. Okay, I don't care whether you're an accountant or anything. Don't get smart. Just answer the question.
Havo, you're an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment because when Mourinho was setting up his team, even with his multi-million, £100 million teams.
Not billions. It was never billions. It was never billions.
Because the value, the value of the market has changed. But the players that he was buying were exceedingly high for the going rate. Drogba cost 24 million when all he had done was score a few goals in Ligue 1, which to this day is still a poor league, and it was worse then. Lyon were the only team there, and they were never sniffing a Champions League. Realistically, they had some good players. Carew. Where did he end up? Aston Villa. I digress. You're a disgrace because when Mourinho sets up in a way that gets the result for Chelsea or for anyone else, you praise the manager. You say
tactical brilliance. There was nothing tactically that won this game.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what he did. First 20 minutes, Chelsea dominated the game. Cool. You got your goal. Cool. Then for the rest of the game, Man City were comfortable. Tell me how much saves Edison. Tell me how many saves Edison had to make after the 21st minute, maybe. I can't even remember any. He may have had to make one. How many clear-cut opportunities did you actually create? I mean, I don't even remember saying, Tammy, how did you not score that? I've heard that with all the goals that he scored, there's some games that are like, Tammy, you got to score that. He didn't even have those sniffs. He didn't have those chances. So Pep said, You know what? He probably watched your video. He probably said, "Have heard things I can only play one game of football." He thinks I only got one way. Well, you know what? No.
They won the game.
He said, "You know what? I'm gonna let you have the ball. I'm gonna show you, man, that I don't even need the ball to win. Because you think I can only win when I'm dominating the ball when all my players are fit." And he gave you the ball. And there was a stat. I think it was about midway through the second half, and Chelsea had, for the 10 minutes period, they had like 70% possession, and Man City had the remaining 30%. But only 6% of the time the ball was in Man City's defensive third. They allowed you to have the ball in your half, and you thought you were dominating the game. Shame on you. You actually, Pep fooled you. Pep has you fooled.
Can I respond?
No, you can't. You can't respond. Chelsea were never in the title race. Chelsea definitely in the title race. Chelsea are in a race for top 4. And that's all. That's all they.
You not in December. And that's in December.
And that is an achievement.
You do maths. Your job is maths. Aren't they mathematically in it? You do maths.
Well, no. So I'm mathematically in it. But we got to be logical about this. Chelsea aren't good enough. If you can't beat Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, Leicester, how are you expecting to finish above them? Let's be real.
It's not over yet. You
had a second chance. You had Liverpool again in the Super Cup. You lost. You had Man United again in the Cup. You lost. The big teams is a problem. So as far as that goes, you ain't going to finish on the top.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
You laughed at me when I said that Atletico Madrid can win the league in Spain. So why were you laughing at me when I said that, and you're maintaining that Chelsea can win the league in the Premier League? How does that make sense?
Can I respond? Very simply, I'm not going to respond, and I'll just take a few of these super chats here. First off, Atletico Madrid are a hype team, hype beast, because João Felix, we now know, is hype. He's talented, but it's hype. Diego Costa, who is lying about his age because he's really 60-something years old, he's trash. And they're going up against a Barcelona and Real Madrid who are far better than them. So Atletico, they never stood a chance. So therefore,
and how many points off the top are they?
Yeah, but let me land. You asked me a question. Let me land.
I'm asking you another question.
Wait, sorry, were you
describing? Let me respond to this initial question.
Was you describing Chelsea? Because it sounds like you're describing Chelsea right there. I don't know. I kind of.
You're lost.
Because Mount is the next coming of
Chelsea.
Tammy's better than Drogba.
You're lost.
And Kepa is the most.
No. But see, just this last thing. With regards to Chelsea, I get it. Understand. The games where we're lost. Understand it. But at the same time, it's a long season. Liverpool are probably going to drop points. And if Chelsea, all I'm going to say is this: if by January Chelsea are within 3 or 4 points of Liverpool, I will remember the good. I remember the good. Keep laughing. Keep laughing. I'm Critic. Thank you for the super chat. Name your Ballon d'Or and the Brick d'Or winners. We will try. I will save that. Try and remember that. I will save that for the end of the show because we have to do a show. But we'll save that for the end of the show with regards to Ballon d'Or and Brick d'Or. I know who I want my Brick d'Or guy to be. So let me just quickly. Oh jeez. See, wait. Are there any super chats that I missed? I think
I was the only one.
Okay, cool. So my thing here is that wait, what the hell am I? What the hell is going? Let's talk about Jose. Jose's return, man. Can I just make a very clear statement now? Jose Mourinho cannot win a trophy with Tottenham. Jose Mourinho is not going to win a trophy with Tottenham. That is a cold, hard fact. And let me repeat myself. Let me double down. Let me triple down. If Uncle Mu 2010 treble, if Uncle Mu wins a trophy with Tottenham, he is a living god. He is a living god. Because that would be nothing short of a miracle. Now, it's only one game. West Ham were crap. West Ham are crap. And I cannot judge Mourinho and Tottenham based off a crap team, although I do see a team that looks a lot more solid and maybe how he uses Moura and Son is going to be very interesting. I think what everybody has said is Dele Alli. With Eriksen gone, on Eriksen's mind not really fully with Tottenham, maybe he's going to revitalize Dele Alli as a number 10. I would say Ali was overrated. I don't care what you guys said. He was always overrated. He was never that good. That's 20 goal season thing. Lies. All lies. So my thing is this is that. So let me confess to Nix right now. So assessing that game against West Ham, it's only one game. Did you see anything there from that one game? Knowledge of Mourinho, Tottenham's framework, and what they could potentially do. Is there anything, evidence that tells you that he can win a trophy with these guys?
The only thing I really took from that game was struggle. It was a question about, at first it was, can Kane and Son play together? It used to be one or the other. Then he finally got Son in the team. And then it was like, well, can Kane, Moura, and Son get in the team? But there was Ella, there's Ali, there's Eriksen. He seemed to struggle getting.
Wait. I'm just saying, I'm hearing like a clicking sound. I mean, Nick's and thingy. Is someone like shoving something? I'm just hearing a clicking sound from someone. So just try and be still.
But
okay. I think it might be Nick's.
But yeah, I think I'm like, finally, he got Mourinho came. He got Kane, Son, and Moura on the pitch. And for me, they are their attacking threat. They are what's gonna get Spurs a trophy, maybe back into the top 4, etc., etc. Is he saying that?
Yeah. Nix, I think there might be something wrong with your mic. So basically, Nix, maybe come out and come back in because we're hearing some drumming sound. So, Devil.
Is this better?
Yeah, because whenever you were talking, there's a bit of like a drumming sound when you were talking.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's better now. It's better now.
Yeah, and I think so. From the game itself, no, I didn't learn anything. West Ham were terrible, and Spurs weren't great. Like they really weren't. It wasn't. I didn't go in that game. They didn't, for me, absolutely outplay West Ham. In the end, they were not saying lucky to win, but they got pegged back. For me, I didn't learn anything from the game other than I think we're going to see their 3 best attackers on the pitch. Ali had a good game, and I'm happy for that because I think Ali is a good player. And I think he's got a lot of undue stick from mainly Arsenal and Chelsea fans Arsenal fans because he's Spurs, and Chelsea want to put Loftus-Cheek as the best central midfielder since, I don't know, bloody Gascoigne or whatever. So I think
Loftus-Cheek is better than Dele Alli, by the way.
Well,
they're two different players.
And Loftus-Cheek can have all the ability in the world, but if he ain't doing it at the highest level, for injuries or whatever, then he's not in the discussion. You need to prove to me that you can do it. Ali has shown already that he can do it in a different position.
Oh, really? Has he?
Well, yes. The Premier League is a top 3 league in Europe, and he's played very well for consecutive seasons in the Premier League. He's 22, 23 years old. Yes, he's dipped. Things changed at Spurs, and then maybe he can go back up. But people are waiting to cut him down. Enough. And if we're just going to base it on that game, it looks like that Mourinho might be able to get the best out of him again.
I think Mourinho will look forward to the project of Dele Alli. I think he'll be looking forward to trying to get him back to his best. And I think he can. I think the issue with Dele Alli was that Pochettino was trying to play him and Eriksen. Ali's much better behind the front man. Eriksen doesn't work out wide well. So he was trusted Eriksen better behind Kane and kind of pushed Ali out or dropped him deeper. And that's not his game. His game is making late runs into the box, getting on the end of things. He wasn't doing that as much. I think the issue was Son had to play because he forced himself into the starting lineup. Because remember, when Ali was banging in goals, Son was on the bench mostly.
Yeah.
Son wasn't really playing. So once Son became undroppable, Ali suffered. So now I think where Mourinho is going to have to try and find some sort of balance is playing Kane, Son, Ali, and Moura. And I think that will be his front 4. While Eriksen's still doing this contract thing, I think Eriksen's going to get frozen out. Eriksen will be like, all right, off you go.
And is Eriksen even going to go to Real Madrid? It's like, bro.
Apparently, Jose and Eriksen spoken. He knows what Eriksen wants. And basically, the team going forward will tell us, even if they don't come out publicly, whether or not Eriksen's going to stay. If he's in the team, it means that he wants to stay. If not, then he's gone.
I think personally, as much as I rate Eriksen, I think Tottenham will be a much more dynamic team if they can play those four: Ali, Son, Moura, and Kane. Yeah. There's a lot more movement, a lot more pace in that four, and I think they need to find some creativity behind that, and that's where they're going to struggle.
But see, Devo, that's what I wanted to ask. Let me ask you this then: if you take Eriksen out of it, is there anybody in that Tottenham team that has the kind of passing ability and vision
Ndombele
Eriksen has?
You're
going to put Ndombele on Eriksen's passing vision level?
No, not on his level. I wouldn't say he's that good, but he can do it, and Lo Celso can do it. I think if you have Moura, Son, Kane, and Ali, they're going to create their own chances. You just need someone to feed them the ball, and then Ndombele can do that. Winks can do that. I think that will be their midfield too going forward. I think Sissoko will be a substitute mostly. I don't think he'll get as many games as he did under Poch. I think Mourinho will see Ndombele and Winks as his central two, with Ali in front of him.
When you look at Mourinho's time at Chelsea, and I guess generally he played a 4-3-3, but Lampard was somewhat the attacking midfielder behind the striker, feeding off Drogba, and the two people he had behind was Makelele and Essien. Now, Ndombele is a better passer than both of them. Now, obviously, Winks and Sissoko ain't Makelele, but it shows that he can still create a dynamic team, even if the two holding midfielders aren't, playmakers like Xavi Alonso, for example. He can make it work. So as long as those four are doing what they need to do in the final third.
You know, so my initial thoughts on this is that it's going to go pear-shaped, and Mourinho is going to, in the long term, Mourinho and Levy aren't going to see eye to eye. They're going to fall out. But
so basically, no trophy there. So you don't think any trophy will be won?
But the thing is, with the FA Cup, anyone can win the FA Cup. Any of the big sides can win the FA Cup. So we just have to wait and see. As long as he takes it seriously, he can win it. Going forward into next season.
You said that you don't think he's going to win a trophy. Did you just mean this season or like full stop at Spurs?
Full stop.
You know the way I see it? 'Cause you said if he wins, it's going to be a miracle. I don't agree. Or you said he's going to have to be, I don't know, knighted or whatever. I don't know what accolades.
Nobel Peace Prize.
Poch got them to 2 FA Cup semi-finals and a Champions League final. If Mourinho,
did they win?
Well, not exactly. But if Mourinho is as good as you say he is, and I say he is, then he should be able to take them one step further. Poch got them to a Champions League final. And
that they lost. No. You have to stop this. Wait. Let's stop this. No. Wait. Let's stop this narrative right now, because this is getting really annoying. What? You know what really annoys me? People think it's a victory because you got to a final. That's not
what he said.
Let me lie. No. This is the same thing people say about Allegri. The same thing. Poch's tenure at Tottenham was ultimately a failure. It wasn't a success.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a success. I'm sorry, no, you didn't win it. You didn't win a trophy.
But that wasn't the aim.
That was never. People forget how shit Tottenham were. People are acting like Tottenham were a big club. Tottenham are not a big club. Mourinho has more trophies than Tottenham in their whole history, and that's a fact.
Listen,
they're not a big club.
Poch didn't get sacked because they got knocked out the Carabao Cup. He got sacked because there was a fare that he might not get into the Champions League. That is the aim. And he did that for
their level.
4 seasons consecutively. And Halford can hide all he wants, but the reality is the reality. That was not the aim of Levy. Yes, the fans in the end wanted a trophy. And that's why Mourinho has been brought in. So there's no reason.
Pochettino did a great job at Tottenham. Let's not get twisted. The wheels fell off over the last year or so. But that's natural. That happens. And
Devo, you say that fell off. Even in that time, he still got to a Champions League final.
Yeah. But he did a great job at Tottenham. People have to remember where Tottenham were when he started. I know Harry Redknapp got them into the Champions League a couple of times. That's it. He's had them in there 4 years consecutively.
Yeah.
They've never done that.
When
have they done that?
Twice and second place once.
Yeah. That's like Tottenham haven't done that. People talk about they need a trophy. How many trophies do they have in their history? Not that many. Do you know what I mean? For Poch to come that close, he's done very well. And especially since he's been restricted quite heavily in terms of transfer market, he's done a great job. We can't take away from what he's done. But Mourinho is the next level up. If you want a quick fix, Mourinho's your guy. I still think he's done at the highest level. And I think him being in Tottenham kind of shows me that he is, because that's not a top level job, in my opinion. It's not the highest level.
Biggest club in
London. But you're having a laugh. This guy. Mute his mic. He's chatting rubbish. Club ain't even got more. Mourinho's got more trophies than Tottenham Hotspur. You're telling me he has? He's got more trophies than that entire club. Yes, he's got more trophies himself than Tottenham have won in their history.
Someone questioned why is he the highest paid player at Spurs? I was like, because he's bigger than Spurs. I hope you can land. Yeah, you can land.
Yes, go for it.
Look at him.
Go for it. Shall we move on? I think we've broken hope.
Yeah.
Hope.
All I'm saying is, it's just the bottom line of this whole thing is that Uncle Mo, I love the guy. I'm proud that he's back. I'm more than happy that he's back, because I feel he's one of the most important figures in football history. But he will not win a trophy. And let me reiterate that if he does win a trophy, it would be a miracle. No offense to any Tottenham fans out there. Shout out to your boy Jay Spurs. Shout out to your boy Nafat Howard. Shout out to your boy Levy out and all you guys. I think Tottenham have an inherent mentality with them then that they cannot win. So if Mourinho manages to win a trophy with them, I think that would be amazing. Pochettino, yes, he took Tottenham to a greater and a higher level. He didn't win a trophy. My name is HH. My name is Halfop. The only language I speak are trophies. That's the only language I speak. Anything else is irrelevant to me. If you don't win a trophy, you're not invited into the club. You can wait outside. You can be around. In the VIP, you're not allowed.
Can I just say quickly?
Let me land. Before you come into the VIP, let's see your trophies. That's why Emery, that's why Devil, you can be angry with Arsenal all you want. They have trophies. They got trophies.
That's because we're a big club.
They've got trophies.
We're a big club.
Sorry,
I just want to say something quickly.
Okay,
quickly.
No,
you're very clever. You're very, very clever.
I know. I try.
I'm a Mourinho fan. I think Mourinho is a greater manager than Pep Guardiola.
Pep.
So that's not an issue for me, and we agree on that. But you're very clever, because what you're doing, you're already absolving Mourinho of any blame. So if he doesn't win a trophy, you're going to say, well, look what he was left with. This team are bottlers, X, Y, Z. You've already done that. And then if he wins a trophy, this is another stick to beat the likes of Pep with. To say, why don't Pep go and do it with Scunthorpe? That's what you like to say. And you're going to say that Spurs are the Scunthorpe of the Premier League, X, Y, Z. You're very smart. I respect you. But I feel like
okay. Before we go to our main discussion, no. Don't be slick. Don't be slick, Rick. Don't be slick, Rick. Don't be slick. Let me respond. Before we go to our main discussion, let me respond. You make a very interesting point.
Interesting.
I'm not here to make excuses. Pep Guardiola. How funny is it? Would Pep take a job like a Tottenham? A time like a Tottenham? Because Pep, you always hide behind those billions. You always hide behind those millions. We need to really ask the serious questions about Pep Guardiola. If you're such this great manager who destroyed football and everything, Amazon Prime, like TV series and everything, go to Scunthorpe and give me a trophy.
Let me just counter that quickly.
Yes,
Mourinho wasn't offered any top jobs. So if Guardiola left Man City tomorrow, do you think he'll be offered a job along the same lines as Tottenham, or do you think he'll be offered a bigger job?
Can I respond to that?
Because Mourinho was out of football for a long time.
Can I respond? Thank you.
That's all I'm saying.
Devil. How do we know that Mourinho wasn't offered top jobs and he rejected those jobs because he wanted the challenge of Tottenham? And also, with regards to Pep Guardiola, that's cheating, because all you've done is you've inherited quality. So your CV will look great because you've hid behind the billions. Simple as that.
So is Mourinho.
When is
Mourinho, the only time he didn't was at Man United.
What didn't what? Sorry.
Inherit quality, and it was quality enough. It wasn't great,
I mean, Porto, yeah, they were the best team in Portugal, but they were nowhere near the best team in
that
Europe.
achievement no one can take away from them.
Inter Milan,
you know what I mean?
brilliant team, but they weren't the best team in Europe.
Okay. Look, let's just go to our main discussion.
Shout out Mo Wada said Neeks' last dugout. HH ain't bring me back after that. And shout out Erhan Axie. Neeks really does have full eyes. He saw through HH. These glasses are actually necessary, not his.
Okay, look. So let's go to our main discussion right now. It is the Premier League sack race. Remember, guys, if you haven't voted already, go to my Twitter page and vote on the poll. Vote on the poll for who you feel is going to get sacked right now. So now this is because I've got some stuff to say right now. So we have Emery, Silva, Pellegrini, Ole. Let me just say this right now. Pellegrini needs to be sacked yesterday. Pellegrini needs to be sacked yesterday. That's West Ham I saw are garbage. And it's very simple. The issue that you're seeing there with West Ham is Pellegrini is trying to enforce a particular style onto this West Ham team that is not working. The qualities of a manager is look at what you have, and you have to balance between your philosophy and what these players can do. The pendulum has swung too much in one direction for Pellegrini, where it's like, no, this philosophy, I want you to pass the ball like this and look like this, but it's not happening. And at the end of the day, you have to get results. The job of a manager is you're not there to just invoke a philosophy and that's it. No, you're paid a lot of money to get results. If you can get results via your philosophy, that's great, but it doesn't happen like that. So I feel for Pellegrini, he's the guy that needs to get sacked. And this is where my co-compatriots come in. Both Emery and Ole need to get sacked. With regards to Emery, this guy is clueless. Like, I think there's something wrong with Emery. I think for Emery, I think in his mind, I don't think Emery thinks that he's actually on the sack race. Emery is literally like tunnel vision, where like, I know this is a train wreck. I'm going to watch this train wreck like this. It's a train wreck, yes. There is a bazooka coming to my head. I'm going to watch this bazooka and this nuke, and I will say, what? Bazooka, what? Yes, nuke, what? Yes, what? Good evening to the nuke, good evening to the bazooka. That's Emery. Yeah. Solskjaer. Now, this is the thing with Solskjaer. Put sentiments to one side. I get it. He scored United's famous goal. Well, probably the most famous goal that United ever scored. I get it. What I saw in that 15, 20 minutes period against Sheffield United is, with the right coach, this team wants to win a trophy, but this team could actually be really good. Because there are some adjustments that you can make where this team can be functional with or without Pogba. Key thing, even without Pogba, Solskjaer doesn't have the experience or the management know-how, like, okay, let's go into training and let's just adjust things, a few things, and let me just give instructions. Look, I told you, I'm just a man from the road. I'm not like this expert analyst. This is just man from the road talk. I can see from Rashford, it's very simple. If I'm a coach, I say to Rashford, I'm like, Rashford, take time whenever you have the ball. Don't rush when you're going with the ball. You don't have to go straight in a straight direction. You're an inside forward. And I will sit him down and say, watch highlights of Arjen Robben throughout the entire day. Watch and study Arjen Robben throughout the entire day and understand what he does with ball control, balance, and how he masters the space between himself and the defender and creates that extra yard to now put the ball on his stronger foot. If you can do these things, and your shooting is good, your shooting technique is good, your dribbling is good, you just need to understand how to. There is a way in which you play as an inside forward, and you're not playing as an inside forward. You're just playing without actually having any kind of direction. Once he mastered, I think there's a few little things that you know, and I think Solskjaer just doesn't have the experience to tell these guys these instructions and teach them these things. Similar to a Pep. Pep looked at Sterling and said, "Look, Sterling, there's something in him. Just do a few of these things." You now have a guy that had 2 amazing seasons. Klopp said a few things to Salah, said a few things to Mane. Look at how well they're doing. So a coach is what is needed. So I'm going to come first to Devil. So 2 questions now. Who do you think deserves to get sacked first? And with regards to Emery, what should happen? If you were in charge of Arsenal, what should happen with Emery? As in, do you sack him now? Do you wait? What would you do? So those two questions: who deserves the sack now? And with Emery, how do you sort out that situation that can still salvage this season for Arsenal?
I'll start off with I'll just say a quick piece on if I was the owner of Arsenal, what would I do? I would fold the club. I would fold the club and start again because it's an absolute train wreck from top to bottom. But I'll come back to Emery in a moment. I just want to start off with who I think should get sacked first. Marco Silva. Marco Silva should be sacked.
Over Pellegrini?
Yes. With Pellegrini, I feel, and it's it's one injury, but it's a massive injury, and that's Fabianski. Fabianski has been a massive loss for West Ham. He's had one of the highest save percentages since he signed for West Ham. He's been a massive, massive player for them. And Roberto is dog doo-doo. He's rubbish. That Son's shot, Fabianski saves that. Mora's shot, Fabianski saves that. There are 2 goals that went in that a decent goalkeeper saves.
I would have.
Roberto is not a goalkeeper. I don't know what's going on there. But they have bigger issues than that. But that one particular injury is massive. I don't think you can underestimate the importance of Fabianski to West Ham Football Club. There are other issues. They've got a lot of players going forward who are quite creative, but they're not really on it. And then defensively, they made no additions over the summer. Declan Rice is very young, and they put a lot of pressure on his shoulders to just hold that midfield. So in terms of the money spent, they haven't spent it in the right places. I think Pellegrini, I'd put him probably third in the sack race. I'd say Marco Silva first, Emery second, just because I'm an Arsenal fan and it needs to get done. It needs to get done sooner rather than later. I can't understand why it's not been done. Apparently the issue is that they don't want to pay him 15 million, pay the coaching staff 3 million, plus a new manager, which is going to cost another 15 million or whatever.
Because I just saw it in the comments. Would you take Arteta? I think that's a dumb move. Would you take Arteta?
See, I wanted Arteta beforehand, but now that the Emery thing's gone sour, I don't think that's a good move. I think you need someone experienced who can basically put out fires. So we need someone who has experience, someone who has a winning mentality.
Who?
Allegri. Allegri's won. I know he's done it with Juventus, but I would take Allegri. He's won. He's worked with big personalities. He has a system. He has a tactical awareness. I know you say, it's an easy job. He didn't do too well at Milan, but he spent a long time at Juventus winning. A long time.
It's a one-team league. They're on the way to 90 wins in a row. Sarri is playing like, okay, wait, Devil, please hear me when I say this. Please, as an Arsenal fan, you want advice? Please hear me when I say this. You have to understand what Allegri is about. Let us just be real here. You say you want Allegri. Allegri, the only thing different he did, other than Conte, was he reached 2 Champions League finals. Well done. Did he win any of those? No, he lost both. So my thing about it is that you now have a season where Sarri, the team isn't playing that well. They're not really understanding Sarri's system and everything. They're still in the lead, and they're still unbeaten. So, Devil, I ask you this: is that are you really going to have faith and place your faith in an Allegri based on what he has done in pretty much a one-team league with how low the standards are in this area compared to the Premier League that is far more competitive than this area? Okay,
so let me ask you 2 questions now. Who would you take instead of Allegri? And 2, how many Champions League finals have Arsenal got to?
Oh my God. Let me answer your second question first. Let's keep it real, Devil. Juventus are a far bigger team than Arsenal, and Juventus have far greater European Champions League pedigree than Arsenal. Ask your boy Ravanelli, ask your boy Del Piero, ask your boy Vialli. So your question is that, you see, you have to look at those German guys, but they're all taken. You have to get someone. I told you, you have to get some of these German guys. But do you know what I always say? You know what I always say is people don't like me saying this name. And West Ham may actually go and take him. I'm a big fan of Rafa Benitez. Do you know the thing about Rafa Benitez is? He is a quintessential manager. Manager. If there is an issue, okay, we need to do something, he will come in. It may not be pretty, it may not be attractive. he will try and get you results. Because what Arsenal need is someone that is completely different from what Emery is doing. Somebody that is organized, that is tactical, that can do results, and understands the Premier League. Allegri doesn't understand the Premier League.
That's
Allegri
a good point.
has lived in a league where you are expected to win every game because you're Juventus. For Arsenal, no, that's not the same as Juventus.
So you make a good point, but Rafa Benitez is getting paid big bucks in China. We ain't going to be able to afford to get him. We can't go over and take him from China. We can't. This is what I mean. We're not sacking Emery because we don't want to pay him off and we don't want to pay a new manager. What makes you think we can go to Rafa Benitez and say, look, leave that cushy job where you're getting paid. You're one of the 10 highest paid managers in the world, and we're going to give you even more money. We're not going to do that. That's unreasonable. So the only real options we have are managers who are out of work. That leaves us with Allegri, or managers who aren't on high contracts. Say again?
Pochettino.
Yes, I would. You know what? I would take Pochettino just for the banter, because they were burn Spurs fans. So I'll take him just for that. Even if he's a flop, just for that initial 6 months where Tottenham fans are burning, I'll take it. I'll take it all day. But I think there's rumors swirling around that Emery's gone. And I think he hasn't helped himself. I feel sorry for him a little bit because he should have been sacked ages ago. I think he should have been sacked, and he's just been in a downward spiral. He can't get himself out. I think the players have turned on him. I don't think they're playing for him at the moment. I'm not saying necessarily they down tools, but they're not sticking to his tactics, mainly because they're rubbish and we're losing. So they're going a bit gung-ho and being like, chat, we're going to do it ourselves. You can see when Lacazette scored, it's like they almost didn't want to score. It's like they look upset that they equalised. It's like, oh, now he's going to be here for another week. Do you know what I mean? But his tactics are all over the place. We're playing Southampton, who got battered 9-0 by Leicester just a few weeks ago. We're playing 5 at the back, and we're playing 2 holding midfielders against Southampton at home. Why would you do that? That makes 0 sense. And the worst thing about it is we're playing 5 defenders, 2 holding men, and we can't defend. We still can't defend. What's the point? We might as well go gung-ho and play all of our attacking players that we have available and just try and beat them 5-4, whatever it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? And the football is rubbish. He needs to go. He should have gone a long time ago. I think Ole will be the last one left out of those 4 guys, I think.
All right, so Nick, so same question. So who do you think deserves to get sacked first? And regards to Solskjaer, do you believe that he should get sacked right now, or do you think he should be given more time and there's maybe hope that he can really turn things around and integrate these young boys into the team?
I think Marco Silva needs to go first. He is living on a prayer.
Man said he's Bon Jovi.
For me, I don't know how you can have Everton down in, I don't know where they are, 15th, 16th. They're fighting relegation as we speak. Yeah. I don't think they're going to get relegated, no. But Everton, when, growing up, used to be in relegation battles when I was around. And Moyes got them up into the 5th and 6th. That was like, it was solid, but couldn't go any further. And Marcus was taking them back down. And honestly, he's flattered to deceive. He really has. He did a decent job for 6 months at Hull, nearly kept them up. Then he moved to Watford, was good for 6 months. Then he tried to go to Everton, didn't work out, flopped. Then he was good for the first 6 months at Everton, flopped at the back end of, I think it was last season, his first season. I believe.
Yeah.
And he flopped in the middle. And he kind of pulled it back a bit at the end, but he's been very, very inconsistent. And this season has been poor. It's been poor in terms of the way they're playing, which...
The one's Moyes, apparently.
Well, I know.
Moyes or Eddie Howe.
But the football that they're playing ain't even great. So if you're playing good football, you're like, oh, it's not getting the results. That's one thing. Or attractive football. They're playing dire football and the results are even worse. So he's living on a prayer. Listen, he could be gone before this stream's over. Pellegrini's got to go. He has got to go because I don't think he's going to take West Ham where they want to be now. What I would say is that West Ham think they're bigger than they are. They think that they are, a giant of English football because they're renting a stadium. I mean, they don't even own their own stadium; they're renting.
Oh, they don't own it?
No,
they're paying rent.
Oh wow!
So, but they think they're a club
since it's actually in the area, they just give it to them.
No.
So they literally rent it for match days. Other than that, it's owned by Newham Council, I believe it is. But they think they're bigger than they are. So their aim is, and I'm not saying you shouldn't dream big, but you need to get to that position before you start acting how you are. The fact they even sacked Moyes at the time they did, for me, told me that they thought they were bigger. Moyes, for me, I think that's their level. Moyes, West Ham. Pellegrini, because he won a Premier League in Man City, I mean, most managers can win a Premier League in Man City. They thought, yeah, that's the kind of manager we want, and he's going to get us to X, Y, Z. Your team ain't good enough. Your club ain't good enough to buy the players that you need. They're spending, how much they spend on Haller? I'm not saying Haller's a bad player, but
30-odd million or something.
They got these just like fancy players, but with no real substance. No real substance in that team. Mark Noble and Mikel Antonio were their best players against Spurs. But the players that they're trying to buy are probably completely opposite. They want all the fancy players. This is the Premier League, innit? You need to have some. You need, as well as the fancy players, you need to have some grit and determination. And too many of their players, manager after manager, down their tools once the going gets tough. That's been the story of West Ham. So he's got to go. And when you're playing Zabaleta or Fredericks, even though you didn't do it on the weekend, you already know that you got problems.
But Fredericks is rubbish anyway.
Huh?
Fredericks is rubbish as well.
He is, but I mean,
he's not a Premier League right back.
He's on the walking stick in them things.
Yeah.
I want to listen to this clearly because it may not happen very often. I agree with Have Hope. I agree when it comes to Emery and when it comes to Solskjaer. Now, I've never been this manager out, that manager out. I'm not going to become that because with that comes it's a different territory you're in. That out brigade becomes very toxic. As far as Man United is concerned, I've seen it. Moyes was the only one who, in my head, I was like, Moyes out, but I never said it out loud. Never did it. Van Gaal, he had to go, but I won't push him through. I was like, it needs to get better. Mourinho, again, I understood he had to go, but I believe that if he was given the backing that he wanted, it would have been better. But because he wasn't, and it was clear and evident from the summer before he went that he wasn't, you should have got rid of him then. Logic would tell you that. And with Solskjaer, again, I'm not going to be jumping on this Solskjaer out brigade because some of these people, they're sick. They're actually sick. They're so contradictory with their analysis of it that I can't associate myself with that. With the Ole out brigade, I cannot associate myself with that. Emery, I'm going to get back to Solskjaer. Emery is out of his depth. Arsenal's too big for him. And I'm so done.
No, I think you have it mixed up.
No.
His depth. Emery, it's a bad fit.
No, it's too big for Emery.
Emery,
the same way PSG was too big.
Emery did well with Sevilla, very well, which tells me that he's a good manager, but he has a level because he went to PSG and he was exposed at that level. He's gone to Arsenal.
He flopped at Valencia as well. He flopped at Valencia. He flopped in Russia. Flopped at PSG.
I didn't follow that part of his career. And he's come to Arsenal. And for me, again, I don't think he's a bad manager. He obviously knows how to win because he won all those UEFA Cups, Europa League, whatever it was. But Arsenal's too big for him. The pressure and the expectation. There's no expectation with Sevilla. Everyone knows Barca and Real Madrid are going to win the league. If anyone else is going to do it, it's going to be Atletico. If you get fourth, you're done well, but it's not a given. Arsenal's a different kettle of fish. I think he's out of his depth. I think Arsenal's too big for him. Solskjaer, Man United ain't too big for him. It's not. I just don't think he's good enough. Whether it's at Man United, whether it's at Cardiff, whether it's at, I just don't think he's tactical.
So you don't think Solskjaer is out of his depth at United?
I'm not saying he's not out of his depth, but it's not because Man United's too big for him. He has the right mentality to lead a club like Manchester United. He has the right mentality, even in man management, for the type of players that Man United need. But tactically, he's just not good enough. And I think that's just the fundamental of it. He's not good enough. So whichever players you get him, no matter how much those players like him, no matter how much he has them on side. And at times against Sheffield United, I was like, are these players actually done? Are they actually done with Solskjaer? Because that was the worst 70, I'll say half. Let me say first half. Worst first half I've seen in a long.
Wait. By the way, Nick, a lot of guys in the chats are saying that you're talking crap, but hit it. A lot of people are disagreeing with the way we're coming from.
Solskjaer was the worst first half I've seen in a long time at Manchester United. So I was thinking, are these players actually done with Solskjaer? But then the second half told me, no, they're not. They're not done with Solskjaer. But what I did get from that whole game, from the start and then near the end, tactically, he hasn't got a clue. You start Phil Jones. Nobody in their right mind will start Phil Jones. That's not because Man United is too big. That's because tactically, you don't know what you're doing. Who starts Phil Jones? Additionally, we're winning the game 3-2. Clearly, attack in that state, in that instance, is the best form of defense. The fourth goal was there for the taking. Sheffield were on their feet at that stage. He takes off Martial and brings on Tuanzebe, who it gives the impetus back to Sheffield United. That's a tactical error. He knows that winning at Manchester United is the biggest and most important thing. When you compare to someone like Moyes, who was talking about things like, we're trying to get to Man City's level, that's a person who's Man United's too big for. Solskjaer wouldn't put that crap because he knows what it is to be at a club like Man United, but he just had to get win.
Didn't he say last season we would have let him 4 or 5? He said it's an improvement.
He said.
Didn't he say that?
No. What he said was, he said the way that game was going, I thought it would have ended up like Everton. It would have been 4 or 5. But I saw.
Wait, this is what Ole was saying.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, he said I thought it would have ended up like that. What I saw was fight from the players, and that's what I'm talking about. That Everton game said to me, the likes of Matic, I can't remember if Lukaku played. He may well have. Herrera, they didn't want to be there. They weren't playing for the manager. They weren't playing for the club. They weren't playing for the fans. What I saw yesterday is that the players are definitely trying, but between some of them, like Pereira, like Jones, and there's others, and the manager, they're just not good enough. And I think that's the bottom line. So you put a few things out there. E-Man 300 said, what did he say? How's he talking crap? Emery and Solskjaer out of their depth. Oh, sorry, he's agreeing with me. I agree with that. Exactly.
Yeah.
They are out of their depth, but for different reasons. Emery.
Can I just say as well?
From Solskjaer, just not, whether it's at Man United, Cardiff, or whoever, tactically, he's just going to keep getting it wrong because he's just not that guy.
And can I just say as well, Chris Wilder, that guy's a G. That guy's a G. We need to give him plaudits because what he's doing at Sheffield United is dumb. And look at the tactics he uses. No one else is using those tactics. He came up with that. It worked for him in the Championship, worked for him in League One. He's using it now, and people can't figure it out. For me, he's got to be up there when we're talking manager of the season. If they keep it up.
Yeah, as it stands. Yeah.
No, for sure. That is clear management because they ain't got nobody on that damn team, man. Ain't got nobody.
Let me say with Solskjaer. Now, yeah, I said he ain't good enough as a coach. I question what we're doing on the training ground. I really do, because you go out on the pitch and you're like, oh, I'm not seeing it. Like, what did you practice? You can see what Sheffield are practicing. You can see that when one person gets the ball, everyone else knows where they need to be and what they need to do. You can see when they don't have the ball, where everyone knows where they need to be. What happened to them is that they ran out of legs in the end. Obviously, an injury to Mousse as well. McGoldrick was tired. He got subbed off in the air. Like, they put in a lot into that game, and we got a goal out of nothing really, the first one, and we just kept coming, and they couldn't keep up. But that 7-minute spell doesn't even mask the issues. For 83 minutes of the game, we weren't even the second best team. We were the third best team in a two-team game. Okay. As far as Solskjaer goes, I said Poch is the better coach. I would take Poch over Solskjaer, 100%. But the reason why I say Solskjaer, it's not the club it's not about the club being too big for him, because I will still have him in the club in some capacity, because the values that he's instilled in Manchester United, even in the time less than a year, is what which I haven't even seen from
Nick. Come on, Nick.
No. See, but you have to understand what he's saying. You have to understand what he's saying. It makes sense, because when Mourinho was there and there was all this infighting and leaks to the media and blah blah blah, that's been squashed. So I understand what he means in terms of values, in terms of how the club should be run and what they expect from players. It makes sense.
Even something as simple as wearing suits on match days. Something as simple as that, where it comes to, that's about discipline. So, and we have like and it's not about the suit, it's about the discipline that is instilling that when you're coming to work, this is how you dress, this is how you behave, this is how you present yourself. People say, oh, why do I have to wear what you call it? Suit and tie to work. Why can't I just work in my tracksuit? But when you're in a suit and tie, you feel more professional. You feel like, this is serious business. I'm not coming in my suit and tie, relaxing at my desk. That's one thing. Secondly, as I said, what I saw on the pitch shows that these players are actually playing for Manchester United. They're trying, but they're not good. I saw players under Moyes, under LVG, probably to a lesser extent under LVG, but definitely under Moyes and under Mourinho, who didn't want to play for Man United and didn't want to play for the manager. I can't say that with this current squad under Solskjaer. Finally, it's about...
Hey, Nick, you have talked. You have preached. This one has preached.
It's the type of players. It's the type of players that wants to buy for Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka, Maguire. When it's not about willy-nilly splashing on the best player. Oh, just get Di Maria, Falcao, Schweinsteiger because they were good hair. Are these players... Do these players want to play for Manchester United? Are these players the right fit for the Premier League and for Manchester United? I'm seeing that vision from Solskjaer, but he's not good enough to implement that on the pitch.
So basically, before we just go to our final section, I think this is just what I've got to respond. And I think this is the beauty and why I like this whole football dugout thing. And I think it's just a difference in mentality. You see, for people that don't know, so I was born. I know this may be long-winded, but trust me, you'll understand where I'm going through. I was born in England, in London, but I grew up in Nigeria. So I spent a lot of my early years in Nigeria. Then I just sort of moved around and everything. So my mentality isn't what you would say quintessentially English. And even when I went to school in England, I had much more of a very firm mentality. When you say things Manchester United and everything on suit and tie, it goes over my head.
Well, keep your head in frame.
Because in my view, I'm like, that's completely irrelevant. All that matters is what are you doing on the pitch and how are you winning. You saying that Solskjaer stuff that is better than give more. For me, that's irrelevant. Solskjaer is garbage.
You brought.
Wait. No, Nick, you talk.
No, say it again.
I got the mic now. I got the
Hope, chill.
Say it again.
Yes.
You're breaking up.
Oh, sorry. It's a crap manager. He is out of the depth. So
I said that.
All this sort of type stuff is irrelevant. That's irrelevant. You said, he needs to be kept because he brings value.
No.
He needs to be in the capacity.
Let me.
No, you've misunderstood exactly the point.
No, he didn't misunderstand. He knows exactly what I said.
No.
He had exactly what I said.
But all that stuff that you are saying with regards to values and stuff, what? No, he's a bad manager, so get the heck out and bring a win. It's about winning.
Yeah.
It's about winning.
That's exactly what he said. He said he shouldn't be manager.
So you just repeat.
Okay, no. You said that Solskjaer brings good value.
No, he brought back values. He brought values back.
I'm saying that's irrelevant. That point is an irrelevant point.
But I already said that's not enough to keep him. So what point are you arguing?
No, my point is that you shouldn't even bring that point up. That's a moot point. Don't even mention it.
Wait, but it's not in defense of him as a manager. It's not in defense of him staying as a manager. I already said that he's not good.
My thing is that why even mention it? It shouldn't even be on the table. All we should be talking about is how is this guy performing as a manager, and how the guy was performing as a manager.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example why. Because you've got players, let's say at Real Madrid. You've got players at PSG. PSG a perfect example. Neymar, one of the best players in the world. Do you just play him regardless of his behavior, whether he turns up to train or not, etc.? Let's take France, for example. Benzema, who now is scoring X, Y, Z amount of goals, and you are calling for him to go back in the France squad. But Deschamps has more morals than that. He says, no, when you were in the France squad, 2010 was it 2010? Was the one where they got
when he blackmailed his teammate?
No. It was wood. You know what?
No. That's it. It's just him and
no. When there was
in 2010.
there was Evra, there was a Nelka.
Benzema wasn't part of that.
Yes.
There was all of that, and he was a part of that squad. But what was the final straw? I'm sure he was a part of that squad. We can double check it. But what was the final straw? Was him blackmailing, being a part of an alleged blackmail of Valbuena. The morals and the values of what a person needs to do to represent France. Forget how good you are as a footballer. If you don't have the morals and values to go out there and represent your country in the right way, not just as a footballer, but as a person, then you should be nowhere near the squad. And Deschamps brought that back. I don't care how bad the football might be, but look what they've done. They've got to a Euros final. They've won the World Cup. But you are more focused on how fancy a guy looks, because Hazard can do this X, Y, Z. It doesn't matter if he doesn't want to track back. How can you tell him to track back?
Doesn't want to train.
No, there's about morals and discipline. And Solskjaer has brought that discipline back, but he ain't good enough. Deschamps brought that discipline back.
That's a fair point.
Brought that discipline back to front. But you want the flair players. You want everyone to be picked purely on their ability and not about what they... Because I don't care how good you are. If you're not dedicated to the cause, you can leave the club. I said it about Pogba. I said it about De Gea. Said it about Matic, Herrera, Lukaku. I don't care. And Solskjaer's getting rid of those players. So when he's done getting rid of those players, Poch, come true, innit?
All right, let's
I feel inspired. I feel inspired by that. Go and vote, people.
Just said completely, but we have to just agree to disagree. You're a ability merchant. So, for our final section, okay, guys, send in your questions, man. Send in your questions as we look at our Champions League preview. So, look, man, the game, of course, is this Real Madrid PSG game, man. So, what are you guys saying? Real Madrid, PSG obviously destroyed them in the first game. This game will already be. What are you guys saying, man?
PSG are through already.
PSG to win.
So for me, PSG are through. Real Madrid just need a win to go through. I could see PSG just kind of taking their foot off the gas. They've won the group. So I think Real Madrid will win this game, and it'll be both of those to go through. Simple as that.
Yeah, I'll back that.
So I think Real can. What about Dortmund?
Sorry,
Barcelona?
PSG getting the ass. I mean, they battered them last time, innit?
Yeah, I can't see that happening again, though.
No,
because there's no pressure. There's no pressure on PSG. They don't really need to play.
No. Basically, I want to see Hazard. Hazard is horrible. I want to see Zad. If Zad shows up, boom, top.
They don't even need him.
Stop talking about bloody Hazard.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro.
Coming back.
His career's done.
If Zad shows up,
he went there, took the payday, and you know what I mean. He's just enjoying life. I don't think he loves the game of football. I don't think he has a passion for the game of football. I just think he's good at it.
No,
I don't think it.
that doesn't matter. Passion. You're a passion merchant. Play players just because they can do 100 kick-ups. I don't know.
It's about, look, I need skilled players, bro. I don't need runners, okay? I need guys who know how to play football. I'm sorry. So then League needs to man manage them, because see, Nick, you're missing the point of man management. Because if you're a man manager, I know how to handle a Neymar. I know how to handle all these big personalities. I don't want a team full of 11 Scots McTominays. I want one Scott McTominay. Give me one of them, because he's useful. But at the end of the day, I need that silky, I need that dribbling, I need that elastico, I need that la in the attack, man. That's how I roll, baby. That's how I roll. Okay.
David Duff wasn't la. He was a runner.
Who?
See, you know what I don't understand? You love all this flashy blah blah blah, and you love Mourinho. How does this correlate?
Man moved Eto'o to left wing. Like it worked.
I don't understand it.
And the man
but you know why? Because he had them man working hard. They were all running.
Uncle Mo,
he instilled passion in them. They were working. You're
my guy. Like
you're confused.
You're
confused.
Exceptions.
Listen, Uncle Mo is a special case, and you're a basket case.
A basket.
Anyway, let's move on. Champions League preview. What else we got?
Yeah, so Dortmund, Barcelona. What are you guys saying? Dortmund, Barcelona. By the way, how do you throw? I mean, what is wrong with these guys, man?
I think there's issues at Dortmund. I think there's issues at Dortmund. I think
Sancho?
there's issues with Sancho. Dortmund have never been great defensively. They've always been good going forward. But it's starting to catch up with them now. You know, you can't outscore your opponent every game. There's going to be games where you get caught up, and that's what's happening to them. And I think Barcelona will turn them over, and I think they'll go into Europa League. I think Inter will go through.
Yeah, because who's Inter playing?
I think Inter have obviously got who's the other team in the group? Slavia Prague. Yeah. What's the points difference there?
Well, it's 3
I don't
points.
know what the points are.
They'll go level on points.
I think they've got 5.
But they'll go head to head. They won.
Yeah, and then they've got Barca last game.
But then they got Barca last game.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
But they can beat. They can beat Barca at home if they need to. They can.
Yeah.
Especially.
Well, with Conte there, I wouldn't put it against him.
Man said Paddy Power free, Dortmund free. That was a disgrace. That's embarrassment. Sorry, I've seen some embarrassment.
It's a mess. So, and also, wait, have you heard about what's happening at Napoli?
Yeah.
No. What's happening?
Bro. Actually, yeah, Devo, do you want to break it down?
The last I heard was obviously they had a bit of a fallout with the chairman because he wanted them to go on a training camp and the players refused. And the last thing I heard, I think, is he now put all the players up for sale. I think he's willing to sell every player because they've gone against him. Yeah, I somehow sense that's not going to happen. But January could be very, very interesting in Naples. I think Ancelotti will probably leave as well. There's no way you're going to play under that. If you've got a manager, a chairman who's telling you, "I'm selling all your players," you're going to leave.
Ancelotti's too nice a guy, you know. He's too nice a guy to leave. Teddy bear,
no, he's really not. Like, they've pushed it so far, like too much. No, but it's like funny. That's why when I look at Liverpool, Napoli, it's like Liverpool are going to.
Sorry, they're going to what?
I think it's Liverpool going to destroy them.
Destroy.
Hope your internet's playing up.
Brick HH, what's going on?
Bricknet.
I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back. Hey, don't install my internet, baby. Come on. Am I? Do you think I'm wrong in saying that Liverpool still are clear favourites for the Champions League? Liverpool.
Liverpool for me, you know,
no, not necessarily.
Liverpool haven't been great this season. They've had a lot.
Name me any team, and I'll tell you why they are less favourites than Liverpool. Name me any team.
That's the thing. No one's really looked outstanding consistently this season. None of them. PSG have looked good in bits and pieces, and then they lose to Dijon in France. Barcelona look decent in bits and pieces. They're not pulling up any trees. They struggled against Slavia Prague, both home and away. Juventus haven't looked great under Sarri, but they're grinding out results. Man City, they haven't been great this season. Liverpool haven't looked great. They've been getting a lot of lucky decisions, a lot of lucky goals. I mean, their winning mentality has looked brilliant. Their football, not so much. So I wouldn't say there's any clear favourites at the moment, personally.
Man United.
This is Champions League, not Europa, bro. It's Champions League. Man.
You told me it's a European. Sorry, before you go on to the Valencia game against some team from West London, I can't remember.
That's no.
Who's Bible? Because my man's just getting on to me. Like some people got on to me when I went on my first rant, and then they
deservedly so.
But
deservedly so.
They said, "Nah, Nick, he's got a point. I get that. Yeah, HH ended again, but look at Cyborg. Man, just getting on to me. Niche, you have a very stupid fake laugh. I actually don't have a fake laugh. I actually don't have a fake laugh.
I think you have a wonderful laugh. I think your laugh is wonderful.
It's not fake anyway. Like, even if it's a bad, fair enough. But I don't have a fake laugh. Give me a break, man.
Wait, Nix, why are you so bothered if people have negative comments about you? I'm the king of living with negative comments, man. Just go with it. Do you know what I always say?
Rise above it,
if
buddy.
everyone loves you, you're a brick person. Wrong. If people you're doing something, you're doing something right. Guys, I've got nothing to say about Valencia Chelsea. What's there to say? What's there to say? What's there to say? What's there to say?
Europa League, baby. Defend that title. Defend that title.
God forbid.
So it's the right thing to do.
Well, listen,
you win a title, not defend it.
This may be off topic. Wait, look. This may be off topic. Richard, off topic. Bro, I found an African restaurant near where I live, man.
I saw that on your. What is it? Ghanaian?
Slightly off topic, yeah.
This thing was amazing, and it's Ghanaian. And also, Ghanaian jollof isn't as good as Nigerian jollof. Facts.
It's better.
It's better.
No, Nigerian jollof is the best. We invented jollof rice.
No, there was a competition 100%. And Nigeria came last.
Yeah,
it's actually from Senegal. Jollof rice. It's from Senegal.
Says who?
There's a place in Senegal called Jollof. That's where it's
Wait, what is actually the main meal for West Indies and Jamaica? Like, what is your number one meal? Because I've always said that.
We've got a lot.
No. What do you mean? It depends. No.
Flamboyant, baby.
Wait. I will put up pounded yam and the goosey soup against any meal in the world.
Listen.
All that Italian, French stuff. Get the hell out of here.
Our national
pounded yam.
Our national dish.
Yes. No. What is your best dish? Name your best dish.
No, but best is subjective. But our national dish is ackee and saltfish, and you generally have that with what you call hard food or
hard food.
Or yam, green banana, boiled dumpling, but I guess over here or more modernly, you can have ackee and saltfish with white rice if you want. Ackee and saltfish is the main. But then obviously for the more fashionable one, jollof rice, curry goat, that's what. But that's not the national dish is ackee and saltfish. But
the national dish is jerk rice.
Oh please, shout out Giovanni. Sorry, Giovanni Pablo. And hard food, cocaine. Now with a name like Pablo, I understand why you asked that. No Escobar.
Yeah, that's it. Ackee and saltfish.
Let's hit the super chat. Super chat. Which is coming in clutch with egusi and okara. No.
Okra.
Egusi and pounded yam. Okra. No. That's not how you spell okra.
No, it's not.
Look, I'm telling you right now. No offense to my West Indies and my Jamaican friends out there. Pounded yam and egusi soup. When you make that is the greatest meal in the world.
No,
all that crap about Italian food and French food, that's just European bias.
Doesn't pounded yam just make you sleep?
Yes.
No. Dev, I guarantee you, eat pounded yam in the morning. 24 hours, you won't have to eat one single thing. Trust me. Okay, you know, pounded yam, egusi soup, plantain. We call it dodo. Plantain.
Plantain.
Plantain. Plantain. Plantain.
Yeah, no, I mean, we call it dodo, but yeah, plantain. Plantain and God damn. No. Quality. Yeah, so look, guys, I know we were just talking about because I just have to just talk about me eating my jollof fries and my fish because I've had some Jamaican and West Indies food. It's all right, but I think it needs more.
It's still right.
More
Where
taste.
are you eating it from? You're not going Turtle Bay, are you? You ain't eating it from Turtle Bay. Where are you getting your West Indian food from? Where are you eating this West Indian food?
From there.
Which shop? You can't just
Some
go any
shop is
shop and get
West Indian
Jamaican food. No, you can't just go any shop and buy West Indian food. You have to go to the right shop.
Listen,
you can't just turn up at a shop.
Even 300 says, never get fruit from a West Indian shop. Terrible service. They can barely speak English with their god-awful accents. I mean, that's very disrespectful. However,
that's very disrespectful.
However, the worse the service, the better the food. So
yes, I was just gonna say that.
No. Look, I'll keep it real. You go to a Nigerian restaurant, will take about 3 hours before you get your meal. When you get your meal,
listen,
my God in heaven. Wow. Basically, like, you know what? You'll be angry and pissed off when you have that meal. You're like, look, I'm see. No. It's worth it. But like the thing about pounded yam is that it has to be made well. And the thing about pounded yam is that you can make it using yam powder, but how you do it is you've got to go pound that yam. When you do it like that, and it's from the pot.
All right, so next time when we come around, then we know what to
It is okay. Remember, if you want to follow Nix and Devil on Twitter, their links are in the description box below. Follow them on Twitter. The links are in the description box below. Send them any questions. Send them out. If you want to abuse Nix for being a brick this week, abuse him. If you want to abuse Devil for whatever he wants, the kind of shirts that he wears and the crazy things that he says, abuse him. He'll be on Twitter. They're always on their Twitter. Stay true, stay real, and most of all, stay black. Peace out. All right.
Valencia.
Vamos, Valencia.
Chill.